Interesting piece of news dropped recently from Takara-Tomy's Twitter account in relation to a special art display that they're going to be participating in. This special exhibition, which is dubbed A Railway Story in the Sky, is a Japanese art exhibit that is going to be, from what I could gather here from the limited information that has been posted, it's going to be kind of a celebration of all the different Japanese stories in relation to their rich railroad history. And this is going to be done in collaboration with the JR7 companies, the Tokyo Metro, which is their subway system, Tokyo Metropolitan Bureau of Transportation, there's a bunch of other companies too, as well as other companies that had fictional history with in relation to their railroad system. Now, what does this have to do with Transformers? So Takara-Tomy on their Twitter account mentioned that they were going to be present at this exhibition, and that they will be not only bringing on display the original Raiden Transformer train combiner to have on display there with the display of all the other stuff, but they'll be announcing a special project that they'll be doing in the future. Now, this has led to a lot of speculation because this special project they dub here the Raiden Project. Now, for those listening that aren't familiar who Raiden is, Raiden was one of the very last Diaclone molds that were brought over to Transformers. Obviously, like we all know, Transformers, the original Generation 1 Transformers, 84, 85, and some scant 86, consisted of Diaclone and Microman molds, and they were brought over. In 1987, during the Transformers Headmasters anime and the 1987 toy line in Japan, they brought over one of the very last Diaclone ports in that of the train bots from Diaclone. They redubbed them Raiden. They had I would have to say, quite a modest but definitely noticeable amount of appearances in the Headmasters anime in 1987. It consisted of 6 members, which was also, because it wasn't grounded in that 1985-1986 Scramble City engineering, it was grounded in that old Diaclone kind of engineering. So it was a 6-member combiner team. It wasn't interchangeable, and it has that more older Diaclone kind of aesthetic and engineering. This also leads to the fact that it's also much sought after of the combiners, of the modern combiners today, and has yet to have a modern interpretation. In fact, in terms of toys, I mean, this character, to my knowledge, it has the original release from Diaclone. It has the exact same port over, which is the Takara version for Headmasters in 87. And then it had a junior version. It had a reissue in Japan, I believe in 1990. They did like a mail order reissue thing during that like early, late Victory, early Zone kind of era. And they had the PVC figure. There's not much. There's the untransformable like 3-inch PVC SCF figure, and that's about it. So this character really has had kind of, not much. So this announcement of a new Raiden project has made a lot of people go, does this mean we're going to be getting a Hasbro Pulse or modern generation's interpretation of Raiden? Are we going to be getting a G1 reissue of Raiden? Which I think would be great. This is kind of tied into my reissue discussion where, this toy today, mint complete, goes between $500 to $700 in the open market. So if they did a reissue, that would help out a lot of fans that don't have that toy already, and they'd be able to enjoy it in some shape or form, assuming the mold is still kicking around. I know that there's bootlegs of it, but the bootlegs are not up to par in quality. I know one of my buddies that his entire collection practically consists of G1 reissues and stuff. He has a Raiden as his stand-in, and I saw it, and it does the job, but it's still far and beyond what it could be. So I mean, the way I look at it, it's funny because Takara at this moment already has kind of a very strong railway-related line called Shikansen Henshin Robo, Henkei Robo Shika Leon. Shika Leon was around since I want to say 2015 was a toy line, and then they had an anime recently in 2018, 2019. But primarily that line is bullet train related, that Shikansen, so all the bullet trains. And that doesn't really tie into railroad history because while, it's kind of the end of history, where something like Raiden really is Raiden, if you look at the alt mode of all 6 members from Shuki, Yukikaze, I'm trying to remember some of the others, Suken, Seizen, Kaien, I think was another one. They all have pun names in relation to Japanese trains. But the funny thing is that all 6 members are something different, something unique. And if they did a Generations one, the first thing that comes up is this can't be a remold / repaint of anything pre-existing. Not even because there's nothing that's box-shaped or anything like that that could really be a bunch of trains, but just because it's 6 members. So you already have that problem where it's like, well, you can't do it unless you want to leave out a member. But I think that wouldn't be cool. I think it would want to be done. And the funny thing is, within the Shike Leon toy line, there is a combiner team. And again, it's a mold that Takara owns, Takara-Tomy. But the problem with their combiner team, which is named Unity, oddly enough, Unity, which consists of, I think, it was Hikari, Noizu, and one other guy. Mitsuho? Yes, I think it was Water, Mitsuho. That combiner team, while it would make a great remold / repaint for, say, like a JRX, let's say, from Car Robots, Robots in Disguise, it wouldn't work for Raiden. And the problem with the Shike Leon line, I don't want to talk too much about Shike Leon, but the engineering of that line is clearly aimed at a younger audience. It's very early Brave in engineering, I guess is the best way to put it. And anyone who's messed with early Brave toys, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So I don't think it would kind of work for that. So this project, I think we might get some kind of a new Generations, whatever, Hasbro, Takara Legends, Raiden, but it would have to be something built from the ground up. It would have to be a brand new ground up. Would it be just a Takara reissue? I mean, that kind of has been the thing recently. We've been getting a lot of reissues of stuff, and it would be an easy thing to do. But for them to go, hey, we're going to have the G1 toy on display here, and we have a special project to announce, I doubt that they would say, they go, hey, we have the G1 toy on reissue. Oh, and we have a special project to announce. And then the announcement is a reissue of that toy right there. I don't know. I don't think they would do that. That would be kind of a weird way to hype it up. I think it's probably going to be something brand new, and that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. As much as the reissue would be appreciated for fans so they could own the original, I think that something modernized would be a really interesting take. And then what they could do with that mold afterwards, I have no idea. But at least, with those molds, I mean, maybe if they plan it in advance, they could have it that it could do a 3 combiner, and maybe we might get a JRX in the future. But as it stands right now, we have nothing of that like. So if you're in the Japanese area and you're interested, this gallery is going to be available on the 52nd floor of the Mori Arts Center Gallery and Sky Gallery in Tokyo, and it'll be available December 3rd all the way up till March 22nd, 2020. And hopefully we'll get more information on this. Maybe they'll drop some more info and some images, and maybe by the time December 3rd rolls around, we'll have some images from this, and we'll get solid information. But I mean, I'm kind of excited if it's a brand new Generation style kind of 6 combiner. That's really cool. And if you have a 6 combiner, if you have the general skeleton of that, then that could even lead to some other 6 combiners in Transformer history, which would be really cool to see if they want to visit that in a lot of ways. So I don't know. We'll definitely see, but I'll always keep you guys posted the second we learn it.